welcome back. Thanks for joining me today. I want to do a quick podcast on what are my intentions for 2026. I have a lot of things that I kind of set aside, whips and different knitting items that I wanted to do and learn to kind of get some gift knits done for Christmas. And so now it's over and I've got to work on some of those things. So I figured I'd kind of share some of my goals and my intentions for 2026. First off, I have a couple items that I have to do as kind of under a deadline. The girls go to a private school and they have an auction every March that we have to donate time or money to. And usually every year I go in and I knit something. Last year I did a cowl and a hat set from Copra Knits. She's on Instagram and she does beautiful, beautiful color work. And I'll put in a photo of the items. I've got Becca's best friend has her birthday coming up here in February, and I'm behind on her Christmas gift, so I'm gonna combine her Christmas and birthday gift into two, and I think I'm gonna make her kind of a hat and glove set. And then I am hoping to get my Taming Tension course done here soon. I'm on a one swatch that you have to do for lesson 2, and it's even tension between intarsia, and this is literally the last step, and then I just have to answer the questions, and I'm doing it, but I just don't knit intarsia enough, and there's I don't know, 8 or 9 ways that you kind of test how changing you're holding the needle or how you're wrapping the yarn in this course to see what that result gives you. And so you have to apply what you're learning to this swatch to kind of see how you can get even tension. And it's not bad, but I have inflated stitches or elongated stitches on the side. So I just have to kind of muddle through. I am still hoping once I'm done with this course to, which I have lesson 2 to finish with that swatch, and then I'll do lesson 3. I was gonna sit down and do a short of that course as well as the basics ones that I did last year. I've got a collection of things that I want to also accomplish in terms of just projects in general or skills that I want to develop. I brought up the fact that I have the Dean & Bean circular knitting machine for socks, and right now I just knit a tube and it fell. So this is just one long tube that I knitted or on the machine I cranked out, and normally what I do is I kind of fold it in half, find a half point, and then say here's the sock, and then I make a toe, and then from there I make the heel, and then I do the rest as the cuff, and I do a folded hem. But I want to learn how to do the heel and toe on the machine. I just have to sit there and test it and play with it, and maybe get kind of more scrappy yarn, sock yarn. I don't have a ton of scrappy sock yarn. So I gotta figure it out. I just need to sit there, and there's plenty of YouTube videos on it. It's just, I have to set the intentions and reserve some time for it. So, and this colorway is, I can't find my tag for it. I had it. It is from Woolens and Nosh. And it was part of their sock club. I used to be a member of the monthly sock club. I paused when I started doing the TKG classes because I wanted to focus on that, and I don't need to have a massive stash of sock yarn that it's going to take me a bit to knit. So I did recently, Michelle just published a quarterly sock club, and I signed up for that one because you get 3 bundles every month, or you get 3 skeins of yarn every month or every 3 months. There you go. That's the English I need. And so that I think is a little bit fun and I can do. The other item that I have to take on is I asked Michelle with Woolens and Dosh if she would do a special colorway for me of my girls. So they are pink, purple, and teal. And she did this. It's beautiful. I haven't touched it yet because, again, I've tried to focus on the courses, get them done. They don't have a time limit, but I don't want to let it linger and not do it. But the girls want me to knit them socks, which I started knitting them socks on some just kind of basic yarn before I start this because it's such a small diameter and I just couldn't get it right. So I'm gonna do that again, and then I will work on making them socks. And this was the March 2025, which is their birthday month, and it's called the Muses. So if you see, there they are, and they have pink, purple, and teal. The other two that I kind of want to take on is this one. It's pretty fun. I don't have it open, but this is from Gage Dye Works, and it's called Our Solar System Round Trip. And this is so fun. It's so cool. Roxanne Richardson did an episode, a Casual Friday, about this. I'm sorry, I'm making so much noise as I open this. And as soon as she saw that, I put like a watch on this dye, or this skein of yarn with Gage Dye Works, and did like a notification of as soon as that is available, I want it. So with this one, it is, you do a toe up sock, and it does the striping of our solar system, and it's to scale. And if you look over here, it actually tells you, but it shows you the different, moons, and I think the grays are, it tells you the distances of them. But that is so cool. Like, I love that. And you knit toe-up socks, and I've done that before. It's fingering. That's where it's a challenge for me. So I'm gonna have to like drop to zeros or maybe double zeros to knit that and get gauge. That's my problem. So, because I am such a loose knitter that with DK socks, I usually knit on ones. And so fingering weight is even smaller. The other item is, and this is Gage Dye Works as well, it's 76 round trip. It is, there's, I believe, a shawl that goes to this, and it is just kind of the rainbow, and then it does it again. Last podcast, I was kind of talking about wanting to do a pie shawl that does the Northern Hemisphere's constellations. I think I'm going to table that one because that item is for the auction, and I don't know that I can get it done by March because it's a 10-foot diameter pie shawl. So I'm doing a different cal for that. But I might do a pie shawl with that because I think it'd be kind of cool to just get the rainbow effect, and then you get gray, and then it makes bigger and bigger. So I will test. Then let's see. I have a cabled hat that I've been working on, and this is, I don't remember the pattern, but this is Juniper Moon. It's beautiful. It's lovely yarn. This cabling is, it's making my brain exercise too much. So I haven't, I do like a little at a time because it's not an easy potato chip pattern to follow. Where like this, I can kind of do this one, and I've this is Agathis, I think, on Ravelry, and I've knit this a few times, and I can, it's very potato chippy, and you don't have to pay attention as much. Where that one is not as much. The other item I'm hoping to work on is I've got a bunch of Lopi to do some some felted slippers. I'm not going to do the sailor slippers. I've seen those, and that's cool, but there's another, I can't remember the name of the pattern, but it's a felted slipper, and I've done it lots of times, and my dad asked for another pair of slippers, so I'm making him one. I did decide with that Susuro yarn, the Malabrigo that I was talking about for the pie shawl. I started the cowl and I've already dropped stitches, yay. And I'm doing the falling leaves, or no, the leaving cowl by Maria Magnuson, if I remember correctly. I'll put a note in. She's on Ravelry. It's a free pattern. I have knit this cowl so many times. I don't know if I even have a count of how many times I've knit it. It's super potato chippy as well, so it's nice. You can relax and mindless knit, watch TV, listen to a podcast. So I'm hoping that'll turn out. I'm gonna hope it's March, end of March is when the auction is. So I have enough time to get that cowl done, but I will got to get to that. I am almost done. So I made the hats for Harper and Emery and Reagan in the pattern. I did a smaller diameter, and then, but I didn't do a full enough repeat of the cable crossings. So when they put them on, it, like the brim was like here. So I've unpicked all three of them and made them longer. I think essentially for this pattern, I'm gonna have to go with 2 repeats of the crossings before I start the decreases. I am almost done with Reagan's. Or well, actually no, I'm about halfway through the second piece of the repeat, and then I'll do the crown decreases. So this one was a little bit of adventurous because I wove in my ends very well and I could not find them. So it took a bit of time to get that. So other than that, I have 2 sweaters. One is the Flax by Tin Can Knits. I had to order a little more yarn. They didn't have it locally. I think it actually came all the way from New Jersey. So I have to finish that, and it's just a kind of a heathered blue sweater that is in Ella Rae Classic Wool. And then I had that little short of me ripping out my sweater, the cardigan that I was working on and didn't have the measurements right. So my goal for the cardigan for myself is to take Andrea Mowry's Gibbs sweater, which is a crew neck raglan, and it has this beautiful cabled raglan line, and then it has a relatively simple knit purl pattern. I want to convert that into a cardigan with a shawl collar and a nice button band. So that'll be probably, I don't know, might not happen until a little later because I have a couple other priority items. But you know, this year I want to focus on kind of building my skills. I want to knit for myself a little more and knit for my children. I haven't done much in the way of knitting for them. They grow way too fast for me to keep up with knitting for them. But I kind of want to set those intentions. I don't always have to be a gift knitter. That is what I like doing. As I knit, I kind of pour out my blessings and my prayers for that person. And I can do the same thing for my kids and for myself as well, of course. So, but yeah, I'm hoping that everyone is having a wonderful 2026. We got quite a bit of snow in Juneau, which is where my family lives, like to the point that some buildings had to shut down because their roof was at risk of collapsing. Boats have been sinking because they had so much snow on them that they could not stay afloat. And then it had some avalanche warning. I had a couple employees last week get a warning that they had to evacuate the building because there was a risk of avalanche. So that was a fun one. Anchorage has gotten not as much snow, but we did get some, which is nice because we need that for the insulation of the ground. And then the other item I thought would be kind of fun, I want to share a little bit of kind of daily life here in Anchorage, and maybe what it's like around town. And we have 11 chickens at the moment, and I will put in some B-roll of me kind of going out and talking to the chickens. They're pretty noisy and will let you know that they don't like you in their area. Before you come to me in the comments, chickens do not like heat. They are very hot-blooded, and if you supplement with too much warming lights for them, it will actually kill them. So they do have a little bit of a warmer, but in general, they are out in the cold, and they have access to under our deck, and they have a semi-enclosed coop. So before you come for me, I have done quite a bit of research, talked to several people. It is safer for them to be cold with a little warmer than trying to keep their coop at, something like 70. It will actually, there's a higher risk of them dying, actually. So, but with that said, I hope everyone has a wonderful January. I am hoping to do a short on the basics class that I did, because I have those swatches and I can kind of cover what I learned. And then I'll do the same once I finish the Taming Tension. I've kind of looked on YouTube, and there's a lot of people talking about the master's course with TKGA, but there's not a lot about the mini courses. And my next goal after I finish Taming Tension is to do the professional hand knitting certification, and I want to document that journey as well. I have yet to find anyone documenting that journey on YouTube, so thought that might be something interesting. I of course won't share it, the instructions, because they are proprietary, but I can share what I learned and kind of how it's helping me improve my knitting. But other than that, everyone, I will see you again soon. Thank you.
All right. Hello, ladies. Hi. Your trail is still paved. Hi. Hello. Here you go. There's your scraps. Don't fall. Hello. Oh, you look so bald. Oh, poor girl. You're molten. You're almost done molten. This is our chicken run. I need to put a roof over it here. I ran out of time with the snow. And we have 11 chickens. Let's see. The dark red one over there. I think we have 2 of these Australorps. And then we've got another one that just went in there. They're our original chickens. They're about 4 years old. And these ones here, the white ones, and these 2 are new. Unfortunately, we lost one of the new ones early on last year, and then we lost one, like the little blonde one there last year, and another one is actually frozen under the deck that we can't get to until it thaws. So I know, I'm sorry, I'm depriving you of your crickets. It's a little loosey-goosey. Just calm down. It's okay. I'm in your space, I know. You only like me to give you treats and then leave. Yeah, nothing exciting. Oh, hey, we have an egg. We have 2, but they're frozen, so we don't eat them. We just leave them. And it's been so cold that I haven't been able to have eggs lately. They are not happy. But yeah, intentions to put a roof on here, seal it in a little more. A little better insulation there. I have one little heater, but chickens actually do better if it's cold. They don't do well if you increase their heat really rapidly. It actually kills them quickly. Yeah, okay, I will leave. Mouthy, I will leave. This is Pella. That's really the only... Pella, and then that one is Broody. or Broomhilda, because she went broody a while ago. And always goes. So. We're really the two that have names from the girls. We had a rooster named Gecko, and it became Soup, because we can't have roosters. Bye, Broody.